I go onto my emails to see when did I get a notification email saying that you've been struck. Turns out I log on and I have an email from YouTube saying at 10:40 in the morning that my appeal's been rejected. Now, I hadn't even sent the appeal off at 10:40 in the morning. It said it's been done. So how does this work? How can it have been rejected when I haven't sent the appeal through yet? You're saying you've read it through carefully, you've looked at the video, someone has independently watched it essentially, before I've made the appeal. They are so out of touch with what the creators do for this platform. And when they say things like, our job is to make sure YouTube is a safe place for all, make sure it's safe for the creators first and foremost. Because without them, there's nothing. And I can tell you, someone in a worse mental state than me might have done something real stupid to themselves with stuff like this, with the amount of effort and time they've put into creating the platform they have with their audience. I'm perplexed. YouTube, you little fuckers, you gone and done it again, which is great. I love it when these situations come up. Actually, that was complete satire. I'm taking the piss. It's not what I like. It's the bane of my existence when YouTube just decides to go community guidelines strike. All right, I understand. Copyright strikes. Makes sense. I don't own the content if it's a reaction video that I'm making every other day. And if that gets claimed and other people are taking the money for that, I have no issues with that, no problemo from me. But when you get to the community guidelines section, it's way more vague. It's not very clear. And it's happened once again. Boys, we got a strike. And this time I had no chance of beating it. That's the thing that pisses me off most. And there's really nothing I can do now. Hey? NarendraTheComic here. I'll put on a smile for the beginning, but I am pissed off. As Ryan Gosling said in The Big Short, I'm jacked. I'm jacked up to the tits. I'm jacked. I am pissed off. I am all over the place right now. It's still, hey, it's only 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or I'm taking time to do this now because it's just happened and I've calmed down a little, but I'm still raging. I'm still there. My mindset is not 100% clear, so take that with a grain of salt. But YouTube have gone and stuck their foot in it again. They've given me a community guideline strike for a video that previously had a community guideline strike that I beat before about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. They're giving me another one on the same video. And this time round, they basically backed me into a corner without me knowing I was in the corner and said, well, we're the Gestapo, you're done this time. You're donezo. That's the end of it. And I don't like that type of feeling because I feel like I've been like blue-balled, black-balled, all the balls here, and I'm not liking it. So I've written down exactly what's happened so far, and to me, it doesn't add up. Something isn't jiving, something isn't mixing, and I'm not sure how to fix this. That's the honest truth. I don't have the people inside YouTube. I'm tiny. I have no reason to have people inside YouTube helping me, because I am infinitesimal. But I opened the YouTube Studio app sometime in the afternoon, probably 1:30ish, and I got this thing come up. You've got a warning on your channel for a community guideline strike. And I said, well, what's the video? Let me have a look. I constructed a bit of a message to YouTube. You know, you can appeal strikes. So I said, I might as well write an appeal properly. I wrote one and then I thought, wait, I've already written an appeal. I wrote one when I got the video unstruck previously. So I said, let me go back to that video, have a look at what I wrote. So I took that, I added a little bit, I took away a little bit, and I came to a similar but slightly different response to YouTube than last time. So what I said was, my video is clearly comedic in tone, and the context is there. It's satirical in nature, and in no way promotes or encourages any violence. It's a funny compilation video, alright? It's a Vine video from back in the day. It wouldn't even be considered spicy in 2015, but now it's like, you can't be doing it. And it's probably because one person reported it for some stupid reason, because they got butthurt because they don't like people taking the piss out of the things that they like, and they got around it by saying it was violent, even though it really wasn't. It's satirical in nature and in no way promotes or encourages violence. The content I'm reacting to is still on YouTube, along with other reaction videos to the same clips. There are other people who have this video out on their channels with hundreds of thousands of views. This one had about 15, 16,000 maybe. So it wasn't huge, but it wasn't small. But there are still videos out there that have been reacting to this same video and they're still up. Why would mine be specifically taken down? Is it my laugh? Because if it's not that, this doesn't really add up. So I sent that at about 2:20 in the afternoon. I said, you know what, I'll send this. I re-edited it. I said, this is good enough. I won last time. Maybe it'll work. I go onto my emails to see when did I get a notification email saying that you've been struck. Turns out I log on and I have an email from YouTube saying at 10:40 in the morning that my appeal's been rejected. Now, I hadn't even sent the appeal off at 10:40 in the morning. It said it's been done. So how does this work? How can it have been rejected when I haven't sent the appeal through yet? You're saying you've read it through carefully, you've looked at the video, someone has independently watched it essentially, before I've made the appeal. So then I'm really confused and I'm thinking, how the fuck does this work? I take a couple minutes, read it through, see exactly what the situation is, go to the YouTube community page and all this stuff. 3 minutes later, on my email, it's saying, we've reviewed your content and we've refused the appeal. I'm saying, wait, so you're saying now that you viewed it, you reviewed it at 10:40 before I'd sent the appeal and you rejected the appeal. Then, 3 minutes after I sent the actual appeal, you rejected it, even though it's a 5-minute video. So it's impossible for you to have watched it, and obviously you didn't watch it as soon as I sent the appeal because these things take days to get processed. So I do not understand how carefully you reviewed these videos, this specific video with this community guideline strike, because 3 minutes after I sent it in, I'm getting a response saying you've been rejected. Doesn't make any sense to me. So 2 problems here. 3. 1, the initial strike, I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to do. You say you care about your creators' mental health, this mental health awareness, we need to promote these things. You don't really give a flying fuck. I've been making a video, we've been making a video, me, Nonsensei, my sister, and all of you guys contributing in the comments for over 1,000 days now. That's how it's been going. We have contributed to this platform in one way or another. Small, big, whatever you want to say, I love doing it. But this is becoming an untenable fucking platform. That's what's happening. I don't know how to get around this. I don't think this is going to get fixed. I won last time. I can't see how this one's going to get changed because apparently they watched a 5-minute video in 3 minutes immediately after I sent it in. So I don't know how that works. I don't know what type of fucked up system they're playing here. And I don't like it because I don't understand it. That's the biggest problem. When you don't understand it and when they are not being clear purposefully so they can get around and hurt more people on the platform, the creators, the people that make YouTube, YouTube. It's not the celebrities that make YouTube, YouTube, not the music stars, not the late night talk show, not the news sites, not the mainstream media, not the mainstream TV. It's people like us and a million others. That's what makes YouTube, YouTube. And these guys are losing their mission objective. They're missing the thing that draws people in and makes people watch. And I don't know what to say. I really don't. I hope this gets fixed. I'm not expecting it to because apparently it's been rejected twice. This is a warning. Next time it will be an official strike and then I won't be able to make content for a week. That doesn't work with me because I make a video every day. We literally toe the line so much. We never say anything too aggressive. We never say anything that could be interpreted as something that could be questionable because I don't want to be toeing the line because of the amount of work and time that's been put into this. One day, maybe I'll be outspoken about stuff. Who knows? That's definitely not now. That's definitely not now. But there needs to be a competitor, man. There needs to be an alternative to YouTube because this platform is unfortunately going down the dumps and there's no other way to say it. There needs to be competition. They have essentially monopolized the market, not because they've actively gone and been like, we're going to be a monopoly. It's just pricing out people and other competitors. It's impossible to make a video streaming site. It's so expensive. But I'm not liking the way it's going, and I am really, really terse with this situation because of the fact that I was rejected with my appeal before I sent out an appeal. I sent out the appeal, just to be clear, at 2:20ish in the afternoon. I got the rejection at 10:20 in the morning. What can you do? What can you do? I don't know. I'm glad I didn't go too extreme here because that wouldn't have been good, but I hope I got my point across. I'm not enthused. I'm not happy. And it kind of just sucks the life out of it. That's just the truth of it. That's what it does. It makes you just be like, well, what's the point? What's the point?